Warning: this podcast contains explicit material. If you or a loved one get triggered very easily, then this podcast isn't for you. Listener discretion is advised. This is another warning. We are going to be getting political in this episode, and I understand that some people may or may not agree with what we have to say. However, please be respectful of all other co-hosts' beliefs and opinions. We are also not experts on these subject matters, so please do not take our beliefs and opinions as the absolute truth. It is up to you and only you to decide what you want to think. If you cannot handle politics and the debates and arguments surrounding it, then please do not listen to this episode. Thank you and enjoy the episode. What is up, my good people? This technically isn't going to be a full episode of Academy's podcast. It's actually going to be a leftovers episode. We have a request to talk about the topic that we recorded on. This is about like three days since the original recording, and some of our other members just wanted to give their opinions on what we were talking about. They just
He's capping. It's been a month. Stupidness.
And so we're here with, once again, Freddie and Rico, and this time we have Daniel and Ashley returning. So, what is up, my guys?
What's good, bro?
Heyo.
Alright, and as mentioned before, this isn't going to be a full episode, so we're just going to get right into the topic. What are both of y'all's opinions on abortion?
It's stupid.
You think
Like, no. Like, them trying to make it.
Wow, that was fast.
That was a pretty basic.
That was pretty base.
I
We got canceled so fast right now.
I thought Kevin was gonna say the whole thing, but okay.
No.
Guess we got canceled.
I was about to say, like, or do you think the whole practice of abortion altogether is stupid? Like,
No, like having
restricted.
them taken away, like basically abortions is really stupid.
But that's not what I'm asking right now. What I'm asking right now is, what are your thoughts on abortion itself, the practice of it?
Let's start all over.
Cut that out. Stupid.
No. Keep it in. No. Keep it in.
Let's just,
Keep it in.
Kevin, Kevin, when she says that, just cut the thing, like this fucking static thing. It's stupid.
That's all, folks.
No. That's the teaser right there. That's the teaser.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, you were saying, Ashley?
What were you saying?
I'm saying, what are you saying?
Women.
You're the one who wanted to be here.
Or what are we talking about?
Ask her the question again.
Now?
That's what she's
yeah,
trying to say.
exactly.
What is your opinion? What is your opinion on the practice of abortion?
Like anybody, like anyone who chooses to, like, should do it. Like basically, I'm a pro-choice person. Like it's their body, so it's really like their choice. No one else can tell them what to do.
So you see it as fine. That's what Kevin is trying to ask.
Yeah, that's fine.
Very cool.
Is that it? All three of us kind of had like our own explanations, like we were talking about our own morals and whatnot, and
because
she just said "fuck them kids," bro.
That's kind of what she said.
That's basically what she said.
No,
it's like do you think
said.
it's like do you think
Exactly.
do you think it's okay that they're technically some people see it that they're killing a child or something like that?
Fetus.
That's still a human life at the end of the day, mate.
Yeah.
Like 95% of biologists say it's a human life, and most
95%.
Like what's it called, nursing books
That other 5%?
say that's a lot. The other 5% shit.
That it's a lie.
It's a life.
Okay.
Like, come on now.
Okay, but still, I still say that.
So her opinion is
like-
that it's just a fetus.
Oh,
Well,
All right. Actually, then at
Yeah.
what point does it become a human life? At 6
I don't
days,
know.
6 weeks,
I don't-
6 years? Like, come on now.
yeah.
Right after the nut, stupid.
Hey,
after the race?
According to
Actually,
Ashley, that's a fetus, my
technically-
boy.
Yeah.
After the race?
After the race.
It'd be like some people are pro-choice, other people are pro-life. I'm more about what color is it, guy?
Jesus.
Hey, my boy,
Cut that
I
out,
can get
cut that
behind
out,
that.
bro.
I can get behind that.
Dog, no.
Bro, that's the teaser, dog. He just stopped the shit.
Oh my god.
No, bro. No, but
No shot.
Bro, that's gotta be the teaser, man.
Jesus fucking Christ,
I mean, like, he's not wrong.
okay, but yeah, like in all seriousness,
dog. Bro,
seriousness, I do believe that there's like a scant few situations where abortion it could be justifiable.
Yeah,
I
like
agree with that.
if it's like
Such as
Yeah.
the
putting someone in risk.
well, such as the R&DI.
Mate, dumb that down for me.
the rap.
For all of us.
Mate,
The
I had
rap.
to I had to censor it last episode.
He can't say it,
Oh,
the rap. the rap.
okay.
Oh.
Well, okay, I get it now. Damn,
I'm
Kevin,
so
can't you be like
lost.
Freddy?
Actually, the rap.
First of
Here, I'll just text you. This is what it is like. Kevin's just trying to be like, oh, so it's fine to get an abortion in this situation.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like if you're going to an abortion clinic every other day, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
at
nah,
that
that-
point,
yeah.
bro, you just gotta stop, bro. You just gotta stop at that point.
You just
I ain't
gotta
been pregnant that often.
For a reason.
I-
something called contraceptive.
I think that like that accompanies like 0.00001% of, like, even just 0.01% of that is like the amount of people who actually consistently have to get an abortion when is so minute. It's so minuscule that I don't know. Like, I don't agree how people are always using kind of that like as a defense.
Yeah, they're
Like,
just psychopaths. They keep going in. Let me tell you this. One time I saw this weird shit on Reddit. I regret. I never went on Reddit again. This bitch would get pregnant, get an abortion, keep the fetus, and then she would hang it on her wall with the name of the
Huh?
guy she did it with.
Huh?
you see people like that. First of all, should go to hell, like boiler room of hell. We can all agree on that, right?
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
get behind that.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, you're right.
But like, again, like these types of people are like, it's so minuscule the amount of people that are about that.
Yeah, that are about that life.
Yeah,
I can kind of understand that. Like, there's not
Ooh,
like
ice
people
cream.
that are gonna go.
I hear the
But
ice
like,
cream, man.
Shut up.
if you're living a very promiscuous life, then
big words that I don't understand.
Ooh,
Dumb it down for us,
big boy
dogs.
words. Big boy words.
big boy words.
Fuck,
But
why
yeah.
did it turn in Spanish? Promiscular. How do you spell that?
Don't even
I don't
ask
know.
me.
Don't ask us.
You sounded
Promiscular.
off.
Usually I know
there
weird
we go.
words, but not this time.
Oh, there we go. Okay, I figured it out. Continue.
Like, if they're living that sort of life, like, bro, like please, like, learn how to use some contraceptives, bro. Like, you should not be doing that.
Yeah, like I said, I saw that and I never went back on Reddit again. But, like,
Freddie's,
I can't imagine what that would actually look like.
yeah,
like there was another chick who did it kind of similar thing, but like not really at the same time. She does use I think condoms, like, with their thing inside.
bro.
It's like
See,
it's still
like,
weird.
You see,
It's still weird, but like it's not like that messed up. I guess that's just weird.
Dog. I hate the sexual revolution and its consequences.
I know,
Amen
Rico.
to that.
I know this is gonna sound like this is gonna be like a really hot take for me, but
Oh,
like
no.
do you remember that time when you sent me those videos on Instagram about like when is a child an actual child?
I do, yes.
And remember how I mentioned I have no comment on that?
Of course.
It's because I actually believe that a child is a child, an actual full human being, when they're born. Like, not as when they're a
Interesting.
fetus. I feel like when they're born. And the
Like,
reason
what,
why,
Yeah.
what if
the
they're like
reason,
kicking? So like, if like what if they're like kicking in the womb? Do you still think they're just? Do you still think they're not a child?
I don't think they're a 100% full-grown child. I don't. And I do actually have an explanation for this. And like, you can clown on me all you want, I guess, but I
You already
personally,
do.
yeah, I know. I personally believe that like the thing about like a fetus and whatnot is that it has to stay in the womb. It has to stay with the mother. It has to complete the whole gestation cycle. And if for whatever reason all of a sudden it's removed from the womb, more likely than not, it's going to die on its own.
So what you're
However,
saying is, I can kick a pregnant woman. I'm not killing two people.
Jesus,
That's kind of fucked up, Daniel.
that's what he's trying.
I
I
He's
mean,
Yeah,
just
but
taking it to an
no no no
extreme
no
with
no no
Kevin.
no 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 no
I'm trying
yeah,
to
yeah,
challenge your
The-
thinking. That's what I'm trying to do when I
The,
present that.
the thing is, Daniel, is like I don't think a fetus is 100% human. I never said it isn't. I never said it isn't human altogether. It's not 100% human.
so what makes
Okay.
you 100% human then?
Like once you're out of the womb and shit.
Yes, that's when you're 100% human, when you're
I
out
don't
of
know.
the womb.
I don't know about that, Chief.
Because the thing is
That
when
doesn't make
is
any
like
sense, mate.
because the thing is like when once you're out of the womb, like the mother can dip for all she cares. Like you give the kids to anyone, and they could raise it however they want to, and in the end, it's still good. More than likely, it's still going to be like a fine, healthy human kid. Whereas again, if it's still in the womb, and all of a sudden it's taken out or whatnot, it's more than likely going to die.
But here's the thing, though. Even while a child's inside the womb still, you can talk to them. You can talk to
It
them. You can
reacts
sing to
and
them.
shit. Yeah.
They react. They remember your voice. Like once they come out, like with my brothers, like I would talk to them, and then like when they came out, they knew who I was because of the sound of my voice.
Yeah, there are
So it's like,
reports of that. There's
yeah,
reports of
that's like
that.
it's like
Yeah.
to me they're already alive. Like probably once
I mean,
they
do you
can
think?
move around, I guess. I mean, they are alive always, but I guess
Yeah.
like once, I guess they gain somewhat of a level of conscience once they can move around and like hear people.
I mean, if you go with the conscious thing, what about people that are like in a coma? Are they not considered a human anymore? Like, so they're telling me I could go walk up to someone who's in a coma and sort of kill them, be like, "Oh, it's fine. They're not conscious or whatever." Like, is that what you're trying to say, Kevin?
No, no, no. I think people who are in a coma and somebody who's like still in gestation are in two different states, two different scenarios. And this is another hot take, but and I feel like I also need to mention this. Like I'm the youngest in my entire family. I've almost never been around pregnant women
Disgusting. Imagine
before.
being a young kid. Stupid.
I've
Imagine
I've
being a
I,
young sibling.
the first time I've held a child was like about 6-7 months ago when I first told my nephew. And like even then, like I wasn't really around to talk with like my sister when she was here and whatnot. Mostly because I had college shit to do. But even then, like I the whole argument about like people like the fetuses remembering your voice and whatnot. I think it's bullshit. I genuinely think it's bullshit. But again, that's why I need to say my biases. Like I'm not really around like pregnant people, let
I
alone
think
holding child. So
I think that's justifiable.
I may have not experienced it like you guys have.
I think that's a justifiable point that Kevin has. Like he may not think that because he's not had that experience yet. So I think we can cut him some slack.
Yeah, I was gonna say like once you like eventually do have a kid, like and you do like you're around them, like you're I feel like your opinions might change.
They very well might, and these two episodes that are going to be released are probably going to age horribly for me.
Your kid's gonna look back on this and like, you didn't want me, did you?
Dog, you're gonna have to bury this.
You got rid of me.
But like, I don't know. I've never really had these kinds of experiences before.
Ashley, what do you think?
I have my reasons to why I call it a fetus.
Okay.
I don't really call it a baby. I don't know. I feel like Kevin is more understandable because he hasn't been around like a baby,
Mhm.
and I don't think he will want to. Like, right? Like, no.
What do you mean? I literally went out all the way to East Atlanta just to visit my nephew.
He would chuck that kid if he
Okay.
could.
Do you want to know what the commute to that was? It was about 2 hours.
Kick the baby.
That's
No,
crazy,
don't
dog.
kick the
Look
baby.
at the baby.
I'm sorry, Kevin.
No, I mean, what's your
I
opinion?
don't know what to say.
What's your opinion on it, Ashley? Because I mean, like, the thing is, like, as much as we want to talk, as much as we talk, we'll never understand it that much. Because we're
Yeah,
all
I know.
guys.
Yeah.
Except for Kevin.
Well,
Yeah.
the reason why I call it a
That
fetus
just-
is
Wait a
because,
minute.
like,
Wait a
then
minute.
I feel like
Wait, I
this
didn't hear that last part. What was that last part?
Don't worry about it.
All right, fuck off.
All right, Ashley, continue.
as I was saying before, I was really interrupted by Kevin. Oh, he's all quiet now.
Look,
Anyways,
Because we're all listening.
Look,
We're all listening.
Ashley, just say what you need to say, okay?
Just say it before he keeps going.
okay. Well, the reason why I call it a fetus is because, like, I feel like once I call it a baby, I'm more like, for example, if I were to get an abortion, and I think of it more as a baby, and like, if I want to go through it, I feel like I wouldn't be able to once I'm there because I will get easily attached, even if, like, let's say if something happens, knowing damn well, like, in this world, there's a possibility for everything that, there'll be a part of me that will, like, be attached, but also, like, kind of, like, question what am I doing if, if something were to happen. And, that was, like, one of my choices with another thing, like, keeping it. What it depends, like, also, like, on how you see it. Like, everybody's views is really different when it comes to like, getting pregnant, and like their mental health, their stability, and like what they really think they can handle.
But Ashley,
Wait,
what,
before. So, like, so your kind of logic. I'm not trying to sound messed up. This might sound a little messed up. But your logic is basically like, like when you find a stray dog and your parents are like, don't name it, you'll get attached. That's kind of what you're going at. You just don't want to get attached to the kid or fetus.
Well, kind of, because like I had an experience with my mom where I got attached, and I don't know. I can't talk about it without crying.
Yeah.
Right.
the thing is, to me, that sounds more of a precaution, not a belief.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I do. Like, knowing myself, that's what I call it. Like, that moment, because no one knows what will happen. Unexpected stuff is something we can't stop.
I don't know. You just seem to be very much on the fence about this.
Not to sound like the bad guy here, but kind of sounds like you're how do I say this without it's not sounding like the bad guy.
Justifying it.
No. Like you're trying to avoid the whole thing altogether. No.
Yeah, I think I understand what Rico's
Like
trying
I
to
don't
say.
know how to say it right, like it just sounds more like you're just trying to make an excuse to not, call it an actual
No.
human.
I
mean that's how I see it,
Yeah,
I'm
I get it.
gonna be honest and say that I kind of have to agree with Rico here.
Like not to give out too
Well,
much personal
like, I don't
information.
know how to explain it because, like, I can't explain
Can't explain it fully.
fully.
Yeah, it makes sense. But
Okay.
So right now it might look like, oh shit, like I'm like avoiding it, but like there's a reason. There's a personal reason to why I say that, but I can't explain it fully.
Politician's
Okay.
answer.
Yeah, like I know why she can't talk about it, and I'm not gonna talk about it. But if I didn't know, then I would probably be on your guys' side a little bit more.
I feel like that's kind of like the whole how do I say, like the whole point of it. Like there's always gonna be like a reason to people's choices, like their decisions. Like
Yeah, so everyone
like
has
the
a
life,
different experience, basically.
yeah, like the life that I live right now is it's totally different than the lives you guys are living. But we still like there are still some parts that we share, like same views. You kind of get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, you have a loving family, whereas I don't, but we both like Smash, so.
I think that
You see, that you're one of the
Fuck! I just
people
choked on my
in our
watermelon.
friend group that have a loving family, and that your parents are still together.
Anyway,
yeah.
what are your thoughts then, both Ashley and Daniel, on government restriction on abortion? Then.
It's like fucking stupid. Sorry.
Now here we go. We'll be here for an hour. It's not a bad thing. I'm just saying.
I think
It's
It's not a bad thing.
I think that government abolishing abortion on certain situations, like getting rid of the Planned Parenthoods. I as a person, I do believe that is a good step towards.
Holy shit!
Damn.
Yeah, no.
Let him
God
talk. I
damn!
guess.
Hear me out.
Let him
Hear me
talk.
out.
Let
Hear
him
me
talk.
out.
Let him.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
Hear me
I'll let
out.
you talk.
Daniel. You
Okay.
also gotta realize that there's not a lot of Planned Parenthood.
Okay, wait,
Like
Ashley,
what?
Ashley,
There's like
wait, Ashley, wait. Let him
Before
speak
we
first.
before we
Let him,
argue,
yeah,
I
let him
do.
speak. Let him speak first. Then you can speak, and then we can argue.
Yeah, I do think that that what's it called that stuff like abortions. I think that stuff should only be that should only be used as a final, like a final option. Like that's like your emergency button in certain medical conditions. I do not, as a person, as a moral belief, I do believe that abortion is not a right thing. That's what I believe.
Ashley, go ahead,
you
Ashley.
go ahead. You.
okay. Like I said, I think carrying like the laws against abortions are really stupid because right now what they should be focusing on is more serious, more
Pressing
more
matters.
laws of that like helps everyone be safe. But they're choosing right now to focus on something that should be a choice for women. Like they can't they can't be saying, "Oh yeah, it should be made illegal," or if you do this, you're gonna go to jail.
Yeah,
Like,
I think that too. I do
it's
think that.
stupid because, like, for example, if a woman has like a miscarriage, does that mean that they're gonna probably throw her in jail or gonna find her for
Oh, wait,
like
you should
what
probably
happened?
you should probably explain what you told me that
Well,
you're
I
thinking
think
about making it a law.
I was
What
gonna
you say?
say that miscarriage and abortion are two different scenarios, though.
I know, but
No,
like,
well, actually, you gotta explain what you told me because and not everyone knows about the information.
okay, so you see, oh shit, I kind of forgot what I said.
She basically said that that they were planning on maybe also
Oh yeah,
making a law where
oh
they
they're
consider.
planning on also like yeah that
Do you want me to say or do you?
like that apparently they're also planning to make it to make a law like about miscarriages and stuff like that, like saying some stupid shit about it that like could cause you to like get arrested or get some or like I don't know something with it
If the baby dies, what she told me was
dies.
basically if the baby dies or the fetus, child, whatever you want to say, if it dies, you'll be charged with, and you
For
with
like
murder.
murder. It's really stupid.
I do think that I also agree on that. That making it all like abroad, like it's all illegal. I do think that is, um, I do
Wrong.
think that's not the correct response to what is happening right now. I do I do think because I kind of see it like with guns. Like if if we end up banning all guns, who's gonna have the guns? Criminals. Like they're gonna have like access to. But like what
Military weapons.
I'm trying to say is like with abortions, people could end up having like doing it at home, like with the hangers and stuff like that, and it could eventually it would be more riskier. It would end up with more people dying, obviously, because it's not safe. You guys kind of trying to get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
get you, I
like-
get you perfectly, but the thing is, Daniel, here's the thing: if you believe that abortion should only be allowed under certain circumstances, such as obviously the R and the I,
Yeah.
that isn't gonna stop people who like want to take an abortion because like they're not mentally ready, they don't want the kid, or just other reasons. That's not gonna stop them from doing the wired thing you just described.
Yeah.
It's just gonna lead to more unsafe abortions, which may end up causing the lives of many.
Yeah. I also think that in also improving stuff like parental care, like adoption centers. I do think that will also help because I don't know if they do this everywhere, but at my church, there's like a pro life section where um, they would help young girls and like people that don't want to have babies. They help them with all the parental stuff that happens. They help take them to the doctors and stuff like that. I do think doing stuff like that that's going to it's gonna like reduce situations where that escalate to that point.
Well, you see, at that point in time, at that point in time, it comes down to people with morals, and we all know that
Yeah,
not everyone
yeah.
has the same morals. Your
Yeah.
church right now sounds like a saint, but you go to a fucking church in like I don't know Mississippi or whatnot, they're not gonna act the same.
Yeah, I know. I get that too.
So here's what I'm getting at right now after listening through everyone. Me and Ashley are kind of on the left side of the fence in that we do believe that it's a woman's right to choose whether or not what she wants to do with baby and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then Freddie and Rico are on the right side of the fence, although more centered,
Wait,
being
what?
like, yeah, you guys are on the you guys
Dog,
are
I
on the
don't.
no,
Dog.
you're dog. Let me talk.
I want to get canceled.
You
I'm
guys,
not Daniel here.
I want to talk. Let me talk, damn it. You two
Yeah.
are on the right side of the fence. However, you lean more or less towards the center. Both of you personally believe that while you should avoid abortion at all costs, you're not gonna you're not gonna lose respect for somebody over whether or not they do it or not. And then Daniel's kind of on the far right side of the fence, where he's like, yeah, Planned Parenthood should just be outright abolished. Is that what I'm getting at?
I mean, kind of, but like, if someone's gonna get an abortion, then like you can't like if they've made up their decision, then that's on them. We can't judge people for their decisions. That's what I believe.
You see, it's like both Rico and Freddie told me that like when they were making their argument, whereas you're telling me this now, right? When I said, yeah, you just want to outright ban like Planned Parenthood. It's like if
Yeah, dog.
I feel like
Yeah,
I feel
dog.
like
I
I
stand
feel
by
like
that.
I feel
Dog,
like
I
I may have
stand by
cornered
that.
you. I feel like I may have cornered you here.
Like, there's not a lot of them either way here. Like, what? There's 3 here in
Yeah, we
our
saw 'em.
state. There's 3, which is really like far from each other, and possibly not. It will be hard for people to like even commute over there now because they're really far away.
I know I'm gonna have to censor this, but I swear to God, I swear I thought I saw Planned Parenthood by.
Yeah, tell you the truth.
It was either or what was it called? Fuck, one of those two. One of them.
There's one. There's one
Okay.
Yeah, but Daniel, it sounds like you're basically saying, yeah, like get rid of them all, dog. There's no excuse. Just deal with it. But also, it kind of sounds like you're saying.
I guess
But
I
also,
didn't.
it kind
I
of sounds
guess
like you're
I didn't want
saying.
it to sound.
It also sounds
I
like
guess
kind
I
of you're
didn't want it
saying.
to sound like that. Oh yeah, you go. Go ahead. Go ahead, Freddie.
It also kind of sounds like you're saying basically, like it like it should be allowed, like in a private, well, not a private way, but like you shouldn't just be able to go to any building and just like, or any Planned Parenthood, like a random one, and just like, ask for it. Like I guess you're kind of saying like you kind of want it to be like it's only done in hospitals and in like very rare situations or something like that. I guess that's kind of how I understood you. I guess.
Yeah. What I'm trying to get is that well, obviously, how do I want to say this? Whatever. I do.
Do I
I
want
do think that fuck.
He's
How do I
cornered
say this?
himself. He's cornered
No,
himself.
no.
He's been watching a little too much Ben Shapiro.
What?
Jesus.
What?
Yeah, the conservatives are
Oh, you're talking about
taking
Ben,
over. Yeah, they're turning over Daniel's mind.
No, but I do think that that what's it called, it should be, we should be more focused on helping the parents with like their with like the with help with the kids. That's what I think. Because
Look, there's a
yeah, we're
baby
talking,
formula right now.
yeah, exactly, yeah. I
There's
do
a
think,
shortage.
yeah, I do think that we should be focusing more on what happens after the baby is conceived, because I because abortion is, I think abortion is the cause of, no, wait, let me say it all again. Abortion is,
You kind of want to get an abortion, or like, I can't take care of this kid. I can't give this kid a good
yeah,
life. So
exactly,
I'd
yes,
rather just get the abortion. That's what you're
yeah,
trying to say.
yeah. I'm trying to like get it. I think that's my thought process. Like, get rid of like the problem, like the main problem, which is financial insecurity. Like, I don't know what to do with this kid. Yeah, that's how I think about it.
Let me ask you this to both of you then. So I don't know if you've heard of it or not, but a few weeks ago there was a political leak saying that the Supreme Court might overturn the decision of Roe v. Wade. Do you support in the overturning of Roe v. Wade, or do you believe it should be the law of the land?
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I don't even know what Roe v. Wade is, bro.
God damn it.
We're back at this again, aren't we?
Yeah, I was about to say you might have to explain again.
Yeah,
We're
I
back
think
at-
you might have to explain that a bit.
Okay, so the beautiful people at Wikipedia says that Roe v. Wade was a landmark decision of the U.S. Supreme Court in which the court ruled that the Constitution of the United States protects a pregnant woman's liberty to choose to have an abortion without excessive government restriction. The decision struck down many U.S. federal and state abortion laws. Basically, Roe v. Wade is basically like the fucking rock in which the federal government is like, you are federally allowed to have an abortion. If Roe v. Wade is overturned, this decision of abortion comes back down to the states, and the states decide to choose whether or not how many restrictions
You
on
know
abortion
damn
can.
well there are certain states that are gonna choose to make it illegal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Look,
there are.
look at
that's the
that.
truth.
There are.
Look at Texas right now.
And the thing
Look
is,
at
it's like,
Texas. Look at Georgia.
Like right
Look
now
at
in
Mississippi.
Texas, bro.
Look at all the South states, bro.
and the thing is like, some of these states are going really hard as to even banning abortions in the circumstances of the R and the I. Like,
I
some of
do
these
think that is
so
excessive.
Yeah, like that's really stupid. Like,
like, I get why
why do
Mississippi would want
that?
to do it, but like, come on.
I feel like the state shouldn't do it, because then if the states choose whether or not, then many people are probably gonna go out of the state to go have an abortion. Like right now, for example, a woman was arrested last month in Texas, right? And abortion isn't even illegal. They arrested her and charged her with murder
This is
after
America.
allegedly self-inducing an abortion.
So,
It's not
Daniel,
even it's not even illegal in Texas, but they still arrested her.
so Daniel, do you think Roe v. Wade should be overturned?
I do think that that making it just like for like super.
Don't dodge the
Um,
question.
all right. I do. I do think. I do think that it should be.
Wow. You've heard it here first, folks.
No, but I also do think that it is excessive to turn it into a crime. I do think that criminalizing something like that would be more detrimental than helpful.
Well, unfortunately, you can't have your cake and eat it too.
Yeah. I guess you're right.
Yeah, because like you may think that, but the entire South doesn't. So,
I understand that.
and like I said before, like the biggest problem I think that this is gonna have is that some states are gonna outright ban like every instance of abortion, like no exceptions whatsoever.
Yeah.
Right.
And so not only do we have these traumatic victims that no longer have this access to what is actually healthcare, it is healthcare. Don't question me on that.
Sorry. No. I'm listening. Come on.
But but can also it can also increase the spike in unsafe abortions.
Yeah.
So like I mentioned this before, and I think it's pretty clear. But I do believe that Roe v. Wade should be the law of the land, as it has been for the last 50 years.
Right.
I think this is a fundamental right to women to choose what they can do for their bodies and whatnot. And I really do not want to take it to the extremes because I absolutely hate hypotheticals and extremes. Because a lot of
Understandable.
because
That's
a lot of
understandable.
because a lot of
And like
let me talk, because a lot of the times hypotheticals and extremes are very stupid. But who's to
And they
say
will.
that
Yeah.
who's to say that you can't say the same thing about tattoos? You know?
Understandable. Yeah. You're right.
and also like if they ban abortions, they're probably gonna ban the abortion pills. You know how like sometimes
Plan B's.
Yeah.
Talking about
no
Plan B's.
Yeah. Hold, no, no, no,
no
no.
like actual abortion pills. Like the ones where they give you when when it's like a certain amount of time where they can't like perform it, but you have to like take the pills instead. Like how we saw in Religion, like that movie in Religion.
What was it
Yeah.
called again? What was
Good
it called
question.
again?
Good question.
Like
I'll look it up.
if they make abortions legal, does that mean that they're also gonna make abortion pills illegal and make it seem like it's a crime either way, like first degree murder or something, right? Because remember in that movie Watching Religion, the woman had it like it showed two different women. One of them had the surgery and one of them had the pill. I think it was depending on how
No, it was the
much
main
it was.
character, wasn't it? It was the
What
main
was the main-
character.
Yeah. The
There's
main
She had
character
two.
both.
had the pills.
She had both.
She had the
She had
pills for
both procedures.
first abortion.
Okay, but depending on like the
No. It was she didn't have both procedures. She had the pill, and then she worked there, and then she saw like somebody getting the procedure.
I thought she. I thought no. She
no,
also.
she
No,
no
she also had
she
the
don't
procedure
know.
because at one point we see her with in a room with a bunch of ladies.
That
and
was
she was like,
that was another one
That was
because they were
another one.
showing how all those girls were like right there, like after it, because she worked there, and then
I just
the
looked up
main
the movie and
character.
she's in the role with the girls. And there's the part where Ashley's talking about it where she was like trying to comfort one of them.
It was
She
probably
took the pills in the beginning,
Well,
and
No,
that's it.
no, because
look at
because
Was
they
it
just
both
gave her
or
the
one?
pill.
just tell me the name of the movie.
It's unplanned.
Okay, thank you.
Dog, dog, y'all have shitty memories. I swear to God.
Well, it was in there, right?
Yeah.
And like what I just said about the woman in Texas, that's why they arrested her, because she got abortion pills. When you can get abortion pills from Planned Parenthood, because to them it's probably safer to take than to go through the procedure. Like, so now I'm saying, would that be considered as a felony? First degree felony.
Finally.
Felony?
Felony.
Yes. Sorry, I can't speak
Felony?
today.
Felony.
Like Mexico, they even have allowed girls who have been harbored to get an abortion without parent consent, because
yeah, I
they
saw
see
that.
how much of a problem it is.
Here,
That
here's
Yeah, but Mexico's kind of a third world country, dog.
all these girls are getting SA or other stuff, right? And they see how much of a problem it is, because probably some of the parents won't want their child to do it, or will, or
Yeah.
they
I
can't
mean,
tell their parents.
there are
And
obviously
like,
cases like that where it's like it's stuff.
yeah,
Da-
That
Try to
is
not say
it
that a
could
lot.
happen.
Try
Like,
to not
it
say
could
that a lot.
happen. It could happen to anyone. It can be anyone that they know that could do that to them, even a family member. And if they say something, their family probably won't believe them or won't listen to them.
Yeah. Also, before we continue, Daniel, just try to not say that word as much, like, as Kevin has to censor that. Just say
Sorry,
rap
sorry.
or something.
The rap.
We'll know what you're talking about.
The ape.
The ape, yeah.
Yeah.
here's
Sorry.
here's another
my
thing
fault.
that I need to bring up, and I actually we actually talked about this in, again, the last episode, but there are some states that are kind of dodging the question on whether or not they are going to ban Plan B, because a lot of them believe, kind of like Rico, that life starts at contraception or whatnot, which is literally right after you get done fucking. So Plan B is obviously, it only works after contraception and whatnot, and so some people, due to like some of these states being vague and whatnot, and very harsh on their abortion stances and whatnot, believe that Plan B might outright be banned. Do you think
But
Plan
it
B should be
shouldn't
banned?
be banned. It shouldn't be banned, because that's the first thing that people go for after,
If Plan A doesn't work, there's Plan B.
because like Plan B works, and like that's right. Like before they go, it's much of a safer option where you also have condoms, but like it's
Yo,
an
I got
option
a
for
little
them. It's
option.
like the first option for them if they don't use any protection, and that's what usually people go for. Immediately after they're done, because it takes 3 days. You have to take it within 72 hours.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
It
No,
is.
I'm not a girl.
Yeah.
It is. You have to take it within like 3 days.
Anyways, Daniel,
And yeah, although
Yeah.
there are some side effects to it,
Ashley,
it's like, what?
Just let
when
her
are
talk.
you done?
Just let her
Sorry.
talk. She talks a lot. It's not a bad thing to let her talk.
I'm not. Okay, I'm gonna shut up.
Ashley, talk.
No, y'all can talk.
Ashley, just talk.
I said, come on. Finish.
Ashley, just talk.
No, I was done.
Dog. Okay.
Woman.
Daniel, your
Yeah.
thoughts?
Yeah, I do think. Let me come up with something. Have y'all tried not fucking until you're married?
Oh my
No,
God.
Oh my
I'm playing. That was a joke.
Dog,
No,
let
This is
me
what no pussy does to him, guy.
dog, let me tell you. Have you ever just tried not fucking?
It's easy if you got no hoes.
Fuck.
Look at Rico.
No, but in all seriousness,
What do you mean? Look at Rico. Look at Kevin and Daniel. What the?
yeah,
Yeah, I'm surprised you went after Rico right away. He's
Yeah,
like,
what the
damn, I dodged a bullet.
yeah. But yeah, I do think that that what's it called? It's going to be.
You do
It's
think
all.
you do
Yeah,
think
I
Plan
do
B
think.
should be banned?
No. I do think that banning Plan B would be more. It'd be more detrimental than beneficial.
Okay.
But at the same time, I'm gonna be honest with you. Um, my morality tells me that everything should be banned, but that's not gonna be. That's gonna be. We're gonna be off worse. We're gonna be off worse.
I say it shouldn't be banned.
Daniel is the most based voice in this entire episode.
Me and Rico don't like it, but we're like, yeah, sure. But me and Rico are like, we don't like it, but I mean, if someone wants to get it, then yeah, sure, fine, get it.
I was just out here being like,
Yeah, like
no, my morality says
if after
get rid of
everything
it.
they're like, if because some people also change their mind after, because they probably would think, oh yeah, to do it, or they would want to, and then there will be like, oh yeah, we can just go get Plan B afterwards. Nothing bad will happen,
Here's something that I want to ask you, Daniel. As someone who is an atheist, let's say for example I'm a woman and like I want an abortion. Like I don't care like about your moralities, your Catholicism, your Christianity or
Yeah,
whatnot. Like
seriously, yeah.
why do you want to throw that? Why do you want to shove that down my throat and get rid of the right for me to choose what I want to do with my body?
Because you are denying the child that is within you the chance of life. That's how I see it. Like, there's obviously other ways you could put the child up for adoption,
Yeah, but that's taking a gamble.
and so is
Yeah.
abortion.
An abortion is nowhere near a gamble when compared to adoption.
Yeah.
If you have if you
mental
have
health,
a
bro.
safe abortion, you are going to be fine. I'm pretty sure you are more likely to die from a car crash than you are to getting an abortion.
Oh,
Understandable.
you don't also
I think
know that.
I think Daniel might mean it like if it's also. I guess he kind of meant it like if you get an abortion, you also kind of just like it was a gamble that they weren't gonna have a good life or they were. I guess I think that's what he's trying to say.
And also like you're obviously gonna be, you might have second thoughts about it, like, oh, like I should not have done that, and like we saw in the movie, like the lady ended up regretting that.
Did she?
She did, yeah.
Yeah, she did.
She did. She ended up
That's why
regretting
at
both
the end of the movie she placed like those. I think those
That's
flowers
how-
I
with the
thought she
kids' names.
regretted working there.
No, she regretted the whole thing.
Yeah, she regretted the whole thing.
She regrets taking it and she regrets working there.
Yeah. God, I thought this was supposed to be a short episode. We're hitting an hour.
Yeah. Whatever.
But
Kinda
it's
can make
good
it.
to see. It's good to see that we all have different opinions on the matter.
Of course.
Yeah. And
like,
we're willing to.
just because we have different opinions doesn't mean that we shouldn't not like have any less respect for one another.
Yeah.
No, I'm killing Daniel tomorrow, stupid.
Anyways, there's also another topic that we talked about, and I just kind of want to get y'all's opinions on it as well. I feel like we're more homogenous with this opinion than we were with abortion. But what are y'all's opinions on gun rights?
Oh boy.
I'm sorry, but that law saying, oh, anyone 18 and above that can get like a gun without certification, without training, without anything is fucking stupid. Like, how are you gonna? Who in their right mind thought about this? Like, who thought about this? Like, they didn't think about it. They just thought about themselves. Like, if they were like a kid and like that enjoyed guns, that they were probably like, oh yeah, I want one, so I'm gonna just make it for all 18-year-olds. If they want one, they can go get one. Like, yeah, I understand for defense, but look what has happened with that. And then,
oh boy, I'm good. I'm
and
gonna
then
say something.
and instead of instead of trying to take woman's choice for abortion. Here, letting this happen with this gun control, where they should regulate the gun control, not women's right with abortion.
I'm just gonna say this. Like, I kind of find it a little baffling that it's more easier to get a gun in Georgia than it is to get a Bud Light.
Understandable.
Like for alcohol, what's the age? 21, right?
21.
21.
Anything legal, well, illegal. Well, I was gonna say about weed, but that doesn't matter. But like drinking, you need to be 21.
Marijuana is just outright illegal here for recreational use.
Like they're gonna they need to treat the gun control like really different. Like they shouldn't be so easy to access, so easy to get now, because there has been multiple mass shootings. More where like teenagers have died than there should have. And I'm gonna just say this one thing: that shouldn't have happened. That shooting shouldn't have happened. Like, okay.
That shouldn't
You know,
happen because the government
No.
let it happen.
Exactly. They let it happen because instead of, rushing in and trying to save the kids' lives, they just stood out there. And this was confirmed by the what's his name? Whoever the guy was, right? The head of the police.
Principal?
They
Oh,
No, the police. He even admitted that it wasn't the right decision. It was the wrong one for them waiting outside because they thought he wasn't going to do anything, that he wasn't hurting anyone. And it took them a whole hour
Like, as a police,
to go in. Yeah, but like you also got to think if they because of the law that they passed, that once there's a once there's report of a shooting, it's required as I have read, required for them. Hold on, let me find it. I have it here somewhere. You go, Kevin.
Well, what I was gonna say is, like, as a police officer, you kind of already know that you're gonna probably be in like a dangerous line of work, and the fact that you decide to wait outside for like a good a long time is just because you didn't want to get in danger. Like, I understand that you may not want to escalate the problem, that you don't want to escalate the problem more than it already is, but at some point in time, you just gotta be like, dog, just like this is
Just
what
go.
I trained for.
Let's just fucking go. Like, I'm not waiting here for another fucking hour, God.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say something, but nah. I was like, nah.
No, say it. No, say it. I swear to God, I heard you were about to come up with a based ass claim, and I want to hear it.
Ass. I do think that there should be some form, like you got to take a training for weapons. I do think that should be accessible, more accessible. Because no, hold on.
No. What I was gonna say is it isn't as base as I thought it was. You hyped me up for nothing.
You teased him, and you didn't.
You want me to go more base? Okay. You should be able to access a weapon as easy as getting an abortion right now. No, but wait. No, wait. No. No, wait. Hold on. What I meant to say was you should be able to own a gun the second you're born. There you go. Yeah, I'm based now. Haha, guys. That's based, right? Haha.
Well, like, the thing is like I mentioned this last episode, but like I don't think any of us here are like. This is gonna sound hell of American for us, but I don't think any of us want believe that getting rid of guns outright altogether is the issue and it is the solution. I think we all just believe that the right choice is to have more restrictive gun laws over how you can get them, because as I mentioned before, it mind boggles me that it's a lot more easier to get a gun than it is to get a Bud Light. It's just like, no, dog.
I do think that there should be certain steps to getting a weapon. Like there should be mental health check, possibly maybe even a higher um, age, like probably like 20 or 21,
Yeah.
as well as like training, because learning to use something should be also equally as accessible.
Yeah. Pretty much. That's pretty much. Isn't that what you were trying to say with Freddy? You want to make it as difficult as possible for someone to get a gun.
Yeah, make it a bitch.
Yeah.
like getting residence status for immigrants.
Yeah, it's more easier to get a gun than it is to get resident statuses.
Yeah.
And so, like, you guys also know about the open carry here in Georgia, right?
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
that's pretty basic.
I think that should just no, hell no.
Wait, what is it again?
An open carry permit is basically
Being able to carry a weapon with you.
At all times.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
it's
like-
not like you gotta carry it. It's like you have the choice of carrying it with you.
Bro, I got it.
You got it. Like,
After
dude,
you,
I'm telling
after you get the fucking permit, your gun is permanently stuck onto you.
it's like, bro,
You're a cyborg.
carrying that assault rifle with you is definitely gonna tell everybody you got a big dick. It's like people with elevated trucks.
Like even with like concealed carry, like I mean that is obviously more safer than
Yeah.
open carry, but like I don't know. It's like I'm not a big fan of just people like taking a gun wherever they want. But like I obviously am not gonna be able to do anything about it. But as mentioned before, I do think people should definitely be more restricted to getting a gun. And I also do not understand why so many people want to have more than one gun. Like,
It should be hard for them to get a gun.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like, make
Yeah, like
it
this
really
one time.
difficult. It should be like through paperwork, getting certifications, going in training and shit like that. But
Yeah.
no, they decided not to.
Yeah, like this one time I was on the bus. This guy just had a gun on him.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
He just had it in I showed it the whole group chat, I think. He just had it. He had it. It was openly. He had it like strapped on him, like on his chest, so everyone could see that he had the gun. So I mean, like I was like, okay, I guess.
At least he's not putting that shit like in his pants or something, like where you can't
Yeah,
see
yeah.
it. Yeah. I mean,
Was
at
it-
least I'd rather have someone open carry than concealed carry, because you can see that. You can see it. Hold on.
I mean,
no, because
I kind of get what Daniel's saying.
like you see that the person has a weapon, and you're like, oh, okay, that guy has a weapon. I probably shouldn't mess with that guy.
just
But,
shouldn't
like-
mess with people in general.
Yeah, but either
Yeah.
way, it's like is that guy showing you that he has a gun? So like,
Yeah,
it's like,
at least
it's like Kevin, what would you rather have? That guy that was on the bus, or a guy or another guy who has a gun, but it's in his pants, and like
It's, like,
you don't
hidden.
know. Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't know at all. But like with the guy with the guy with the gun in his chest, and they'll be like, I don't want a gun at all. Like no shit, you don't want a gun at all. But like the thing is like, it's like you have those two choices. I would rather have the guy show that everyone that he has a gun. So it's like, okay, I kind of know if something happens, like I'm kind of ready. I don't want to hear, but shit, I know is like there might be something, but not really.
Yeah.
I
As they
get you.
say,
I get what you're
armed
trying to
poli-
say here, but like
oh yeah, go ahead. My bad.
I see what you're trying to say here, but the thing is like I just rather not have like people carry a gun in public.
I just said that's not an option though.
Yeah, I know.
As they say, an armed society is a polite society.
God damn it.
I don't know. The answer to what should we do with gun violence is not more guns.
Mm-mm.
Can we agree on that?
Mm-hmm. But I'm saying,
No.
The more responsible citizen you are, you gotta upgrade your gun,
also-
stupid ass.
but also, there's also some policies that's in for an active shooter, that they should
No,
have
but
followed.
something
But
was
like,
off. Something was off on the most recent shooting, the one that happened in the what's it called,
In
Uvalde.
Texas.
Uvalde. Something was off. This was not something that
Oh no.
was coincidental. This
because
was
like,
planned. This was planned. Let me speak for a bit. So the guy, right? He worked at Wendy's, right? Like he had a pretty low income, right? He's also an immigrant family. How was this guy able to obtain a $40,000 weapon, a brand new weapon too, along with several armor gear, and he was also in frequent contact with the Buffalo shooter and with a retired FBI agent. Like that's kind of suspicious to me.
Man's going into conspiracies here.
bro, Daniel, don't get us killed now. I'm just kidding.
I mean,
Daniel
I
has,
mean, I get what
Daniel
is saying because
Daniel has
like,
a point because
I get
because
what
I
he's
doubt
saying.
I doubt that. Well, it's not that I
Because
doubt.
okay,
It's not that I
because
doubt. It's not that I doubt. It's just that
he kind of has a point.
typically. No, I'm not saying that he doesn't have a point. It's just that I'm saying is like a lot of people usually like don't look into what like the motives are. We just usually hear it and then
And
we
then
just
they
hear
blame it on.
armed. We just hear assault rifle, and people just automatically.
yeah.
I think that's. I
Kind
And
of
then
a
think
little
people
bit.
will
this
say
is
like it's
more
because they're
harmful.
bullied or something like that. They then say it's because they were bullied. It's because of their mental health. But
I
clearly,
do think,
this one,
yeah.
it wasn't because he was bullied. There's people that have come out that he was a violent person. That even his ex-girlfriend came out saying that she would fear for her life whenever he got mad. And then other people have come out too saying like that he wasn't necessarily bullied, but he also bullied people.
I think that also warrants some sort of anger management or therapy. I do think that's also that could have been prevented with more access to healthcare.
Yeah. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And like I hear a lot of shitheads like Greg Abbott always saying like mental health is the issues and whatnot, and this guy
Then why
really
don't they do
and he,
something about it?
and then he cuts funding for mental health. So
And then
I understand that
and the guy
restricting.
oh my
Hold
god.
on.
And the guy who I think this is funny. The supposedly the border patrol agent who killed him, he was in the middle of a haircut. He got a text from his wife that there was a shooter in the school.
I don't know
And
about
so the barber gave him his gun, and he went to go get him.
What the hell?
Well, he
Nice
did
tech.
something.
That's the most American thing I've heard. Dog.
That's a fucking hero right there.
That's the
Right,
most
because
American thing I've
of
heard.
all the other police officers that were there just standing, like they have I just reading
For
that
once,
Texas
Border
has
Patrol
passed a
did something
measure.
right.
They passed a measure saying that all school police officers that since like what happened in the past mass shootings that they have to follow is called first priority is to move in and confront the attacker, not wait outside for a whole
And
40 minutes.
we don't have access to the radio or whatever that the police officers had from like a good minute, like a good half hour. Like we don't know what was who they were talking to in between like that certain span, and that's pretty suspicious.
Because the school
Pretty
is
sus.
the
They're
school's
talking
not
about
far
God.
away from where the police came from. It was like a 7, 6, and then like apparently it took them a whole hour.
It's because
Like,
the border
what?
patrol guy didn't get the memo that they were supposed to let it happen.
But like I said before, for once, Border
It's
Patrol
not
did something
right.
right.
Yeah.
Man, imagine if this guy wasn't Mexican.
Oh yeah, they were blaming it. Oh, is it because we don't have enough security on the
Yeah,
border or
but I'm
stuff
saying,
like that?
imagine
And then
imagine if the guy wasn't white, the border control guy wouldn't have done anything.
Well, I mean, like, okay. I was gonna say we don't need to imagine what would happen if he wasn't Mexican because we've seen like so many different school shooters. Like, of
Yeah, they're
course,
just
be white.
arrested.
yeah.
They're just
Yeah.
arresting.
And it's stupid that now they're blaming it on the teacher that that left the door open.
Bruh.
I'm just like, bro, it was that day. It was a war ceremony and stuff like that, right? It was a war ceremony, and people were like, okay, she probably opened the door because one, it was like around lunchtime or recess or whatever, or it
Didn't
was
they just
probably
finish
hot.
graduating?
Yeah,
It
a
was.
war
They.
ceremony,
Yeah.
basically. And some parents were taking out their kids to go eat and something like this. Like a mother came out saying like her daughter's best friend got killed in that, and like that she feels guilty because she got her daughter out 5 minutes before it happened to go take her out to eat, and then and then later to find out like what happened. She feels guilty because of that. She said that what if she wasn't there? What if she came like 5 minutes later?
Yeah, like honestly, I don't get that whole. I don't get the whole. The cops got their kids out, but they didn't get anyone else's out.
Yeah,
Like if I
and
was
they
a
were like,
parent and
"Oh,
if I was a
help
cop
if
and
you
I got
need
my
help."
kid out, and if I knew my kid was in there and I got him out, I wouldn't be okay with just like, all right, kiddo, go back home. I'll be back in 5 hours. It's like
Like it should
I'm
be
not gonna get your friends, dog.
parent.
Like I don't know them. Like shit, dog. It's like I know that I know these kids are someone else's kids. Like shit, I would want that. I would want someone else to get my kid if they could. And I'm a cop and I'm supposed to be trained and everything, so I would. It's like shit, dog. What the hell? It's just stupid.
It is
I got.
It's
I
stupid.
just that I do think that they could have done that, except
They could
it's
have
just it's
at least
it's
prevented like
like
what?
I feel like they like something that happened that we can't like see happened, and the cops just decided not to. They just decided not to like help out. I do think that um that happened.
I was reading what it happened, and then they have like some details saying at 11:33, he came in within walking into the school and fired more than 100 rounds at 11:33. And then that like on the final shots, it was unclear the kids were at the door. Probably their teacher were like, well, I can't say anything. The teacher tried to like protect them. Well, how many? I think wasn't it 2 kids that survived from that class?
I'm not sure.
And I know one of them. Well, like I read that there's this one kid, this one girl. She was with her best friend. Her best friend tried to call 911 with her phone. He shot her, and in order to survive, she played dead, like rubbed her
Yeah,
best
she carved
friend's
her
blood
friend's
all
blood.
over her. So and she survived that way. And it's sad that like now some kids have to like
Live with that.
live with that. Like
It's
she's
like
just
that same
11.
girl.
She saw
Because
she saw
that
her
same girl,
best friend die right before her eyes.
and then she had to put her blood on her to survive. And then like apparently afterwards, like after and later in the day, she finally she like it hit her on what happened, and she started freaking out and screaming, and like she wouldn't calm down. And it's like that's probably gonna haunt her for the rest of her life.
I would just like to say that although restricting one's access to guns may not be the 100% solution, I know for a damn fact it's going to be a helpful one. And I would like to
Exactly.
It's
close and I would like to close this off with a quote from my boy Ice Cube. Fuck the
We were
police.
closing it off. Wait, what?
understandable. Have a great day.
I mean, like we've been going on for like an hour and 15. I think we should wrap it up a bit.
I agree.
Anyone else needs to take something off their chest?
Let's have a moment of silence for those who've lost their lives.
Daniel, would you like to end it off with a Bible verse?
A Bible verse?
Yes.
Shit, I don't got any on hand.
Rico, send Daniel a Bible verse. He'll read it.
End us off with this Bible verse from Psalms 51:17.
Okay. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. The sacrifice acceptable to God is a broken spirit, a broken and contrite heart, O God, thou wilt not despise. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Thank you very much for listening to this episode of Leftovers from the Can of Beans podcast. I don't know if we'll do anything special like this again. There may probably be another time where this happens, but don't bank on it. I'm going to be releasing this episode 1 week after the first episode. So, if everything comes correctly, well, we should be seeing you 1 week from now. So, take care, everybody.
All right, see y'all. All right, I got to take a shit. I'll see you later.